Hey, what's up, y'all? Duke CT here, and this is gonna be a little I guess a video response to Spinnet, his NBA Finals preview 2010 slash perfect game squash and Kevin Griffey Jr. retires and what have you. Well, let's see. NFL, the NBA Finals preview. Honestly, I don't care because I don't know. I think it's good. Kobe's going to lead the Lakers and win. Spoiler: Kobe wins. But I really want to talk about this Ken Griffey Jr. retiring and the perfect game squashed. I'm going to deal with the perfect game squash later. I'm going to be talking about how Ken Griffey Jr. This man, Ken Griffey Jr. This person, the only person who was legitimately clean. He was the only guy who was clean during the entire steroids history. You know, he was the only guy who basically, was the only guy clean in that era. He was the only person who was, the only person that did not have like 60 or 70 runs. The best he got was like 54 or 55. He was the only one. I mean, he was actually the only one of the few guys in the steroid era that I looked up to. Um, that Dwayne Show. The other guy was Cal Ripken Jr. because I'm from the Maryland D.C. area, and Cal Ripken, the guy. Cal Ripken Jr. and Ken Griffey. I mean, these two were. He was one of the few people that got like a big video game deal, what have you. I mean, if you remember, the Ken Griffey Jr. baseball. I mean, even though he played in Seattle, he was playing in basically the Far West in Seattle, and no one really cared about. He really brought baseball to positive. I mean, he was kind of there in the home run race, but really wasn't. He was just, but yeah, he was so happy, but he was a better. I don't want to stress this enough because he was great. It was pretty good to great on offense, but he really was. Ken Griffey Jr. really was best great on defense. He was probably, if you look at all the people who are chasing that home run era and everything, he was probably one of the best defensive guy. I mean, the person who really basically went after it. I mean, this guy was really good, and he basically limped through. He just, yeah, it isn't. Honestly, I'm not. Why didn't he go on the steroids bench or what have you? I mean, sure, Barry Bonds and everything else, Mark McGuire, whatever, they got the little, got crapped on, but yet they're still going to go in the Hall of Fame, and still got the records with or without asterisk. So who cares? They got in the Hall of Fame. They got their money. So, but I gotta give props to him because he really did work hard and he was really good and really great. So yeah, that's that's what I have to say about that. And hopefully, in any endeavor he goes into, I wish him nothing but the best because this guy really is probably one of the best guys on baseball, but probably one of the best guys in sports. So hopefully, Ken Griffey Jr. Can have just as good, if not great, retirement. Kind of like Cal Ripken, Jr. So that's me. But anyway, I want to talk a little more about this perfect game squashed. The this whole thing, I just found this thing out. I mean, if I was the pitcher had every right. I mean, the pitcher who his the pitcher's Armando Garaga, you know that sort of thing, and everything like that. It's he's like, he should be all upset, all everything else, but he's not really that upset. He's like, you know what? I know I did it. Um, he was like, okay. But honestly, he really should have, he should have been upset, but he counted it with class and dignity. He said, you know what? It's the game, man. I know I got the perfect game. The person and the umpire. The umpire itself was like, the guy, the umpire Joyce. This guy really just, you know, with Jim Joyce, the man who said, "Yeah, I effed up the call." He admitted that he effed up. Um, he knew he effed up, and he could have been Armando. I mean, Armando could have been like, "Screw that, he's done, what have you." But you know what? He just said, "You know what? Mistakes happen," and he moved on. And it looks like baseball is doing the right thing as well. Some people would say, some people may not say, but you know what? MLB saying, you know what? Let's leave it at that, and that's it. He will not, and because I'm just looking at this right now. Sea League will not reverse the umpire's one call. He's saying, it's the way the game is. Sometimes some things happen. He realizes the team won the game. I think that's the most important thing because if it was like something like it was a game, something that cost someone a game, like in a World Series, what have you, then I think Buzz Like would have to look into it. But this is just a regular season game. It was bigger implications of perfect games, or what have you, which is even though it's happening, happening now more frequently, but it's still a high achievement, what have you. But he says that both parties are not angry. They say they moved on, and I think he's doing the right thing. One of the few things Buzz Selig did, and he's doing the right thing now. Saying let's just move on, let's just go ahead, and everything else. He's um, I think it's probably the best thing is it's just you know. You can't because this is slippery. So I think honestly, he understands it, and everyone else looks to say, you know what? He knows he got the perfect game in his heart. He all knows and everything else. It's just that, you know, I think it's best they need to, you know, that sort of thing. Hopefully, they all move on and make sure they never make a mistake like that again. That's all I gotta say. Nice video spinning it as always. Dixie T here. Peace, love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all later.